And we are back. Woohoo! After some minor technical glitches, stuff's happening. It's not your fault for not getting up, not going to sleep at the appropriate time, Josh. Or comic book fan or whatever. Or Nick. I'm sorry, I'm bad at names. It's not my fault, it's your fault for not having the right schedule, so. Yeah. Alrighty then, so today we are going to be playing one of these games, these Lego games that have been so Lego-esque. I don't know what to say here, but these are the games that, yeah. Okay, we're going to be doing A New Hope today. Basically, like, these games were, I don't know if I ever said this to anybody, but they were my first exposure to Star Wars ever, so kinda have a little bit of a special place in my heart for that. So, they're not exactly the best games ever, but I think that they're fun. I had a lot of fun with them. Death Star Escape. Forgive me for just walking around a bit. I haven't played this game in a bit of time, and I'm trying to remember where my save is, so. Yeah. Okay, well, I think that I'm just gonna start from episode 1, and I'm just gonna do things. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. I'm gonna start with the best Star Wars movie. Star Wars 2, Attack of the Clones. We are going to play Bounty Hunter Pursuit, and I'll just do story mode just for fun, because I don't know what else to do with my life. So, without further ado, let's thing the do. Those are words, I promise. This is a good game. Yeah, so before I played this game, I didn't know what Star Wars was. So, that's somewhat important. I mean, to be honest, I'm not very glad that I do know what it is now, because it's kind of a nightmare to have. Oh boy, the lags. Run away! From the tarantula, man. Oh, this mission. I hate this mission so much. Well, that should make some fun commentary. Die, world. Like, normally what I do to play this game is that I just obsessively destroy everything, but I feel that that's not going to be very entertaining, obsessively entertaining when it comes to the Strims, so I might only mildly obsessively destroy things instead of actually obsessively destroy things. Die, random street sign. How dare you let pedestrians know where you're heading. They're heading. So evil. I can't stand them. Still better than Rogue One? No, actually not. This is a really bad movie, and it is probably the worst Star Wars movie. This one. This, Attack of the Clones is honestly the worst Star Wars movie. Like, no questions. Like, this past summer I tried to rewatch it, and I fell asleep. Such riveting entertainment, wouldn't you say? Man, fuck you, street sign. Who needs you? Die! I don't need to know where to go. Nobody needs to know that crap. Mike. Cool. Okay, you'll have to give me a second on that. Yeah, well, it's kind of a problem right now, is that, in case, if you actually watch the podcast, my microphone is kind of not being very fun right now, so not sure how much I can do. I can try to make it somewhat better. Apologize for this noise, this should help. Let's see, maybe that'll help. Yeah, microphone's being a little bit temperamental lately. So, could always switch to the less advanced one if that's what you really think, if it's actually that bad. But otherwise, I think we'll just stay what it is now. You saw this movie in theaters when you were a kid, boy. I'm so very sorry for your loss. Die. Weapons. Okay. Not the movie, the Lego game? I don't get that. Was there a Lego Rogue One or Rogue game? I don't actually know. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I did that thing, whatever that was. Okay, there we go. There's the simple puzzle. Now, die. Die. I don't... That's a very confusing path that these torpedoes take towards the enemy. It's like upward, sideways, downstairs in general. Okay. Dang it, that one didn't even hit. What was up with that? It needs the monies so they can... You know, when they talk about billions of dollars worth of property damage, this is what they mean. They just mean that some guy punches your stuff and then gets all the money that comes out of it. They didn't mean that it actually costs stuff to replace things. What do you think of The Last Jedi, and will you watch the Rian Johnson trilogy? I think that Last Jedi was good, not great. There were a lot of really fun parts to it that I think were a lot better than anything in any other Star Wars movie that doesn't exist in the original trilogy. And I think that, like, people who don't like the movie are kind of grasping at straws, and they're kind of dumb. Yeah. Amazing, I disagree with the general fan opinion of the movie. I don't think it was amazing, honestly. I think it was good, not great. It had some pacing issues, and I think that some parts of it. I'm not saying that anything should have been cut. I think some parts of it should have been trimmed. Dyed. What are these random, like, laser... This is like a commuter station where they're, like, going from place to place to, like, drive home from work. But, of course, they're, like... these just random lasers there in the... Like, it'd be like if you were driving home on the freeway and then suddenly you saw, like, some machine guns off of the exit by your house. It just doesn't make any sense. And yes, that's the biggest complaint with this, is that there's just, like... Yeah, for like a big office administrative city, there are a lot of, like, guns just everywhere. That's another question about Coruscant that I'm sure is addressed in one of the books that I don't bother to read, is how did they get all the air? Because there's just a bunch of city everywhere. There's no, like, plants. So I'll bet that there's just some, like, thing that happens somewhere in some, like, underground facility in, like, some random part of the planet that generates oxygen through sci-fi bullshit, but I don't care. Die, random things. And to answer the other half of your question, yes, I will watch the Rian Johnson trilogy. I'll watch the trailers, and then I'll tell you if I think the movie's any good, and then I'll watch. I mean, I'm curious to see what the pitch was. Like, what's the premise of these new movies that... I mean, obviously, Kathleen Kennedy must have really liked what Rian Johnson did in Last Jedi, but what was the pitch that sold her on these new movies? I'm kind of excited to see Star Wars stories that don't involve the Skywalkers and don't have any connection to the original trilogy. I think that that's what I more or less want from the Star Wars series going forward. And hey, if I'm gonna get it from the guys who wrote X-Men Origins Wolverine and Game of Thrones, and also Rian Johnson, who's working on their own separate trilogies. Hey, why not? Ah, yes, Lego Star Wars, the game where I die over and over again. Oh wait, that's every single time I play a video game. That's amazing. Whee! Spinning. The vehicle controls in these games, let's be honest, they're not the best. Die, power stations. I wonder how much gun control there is in the Star Wars universe. A very important question you're asking there. I mean, the real question is, how much lobbying does Blastech spend at the Galactic Senate to ensure that there isn't blaster legislation? Because let's be honest, that would cut down on their profit. Oh no, an assassination, and oh look, I just made some money from destroying other people's property. Hey. Continue the story. Freaking nerd. How dare you insult me like that? I'm not a nerd. Only nerds want, like, read comic books and things. I'm totally not any of that. The Assassination Nation Assassination Nation. Yes, the Assassination Nation. Yeah, that's a question. Why was the guy just, like, fixing... Okay, I have questions. First of all, why was that random long-necked guy, like, fixing one of these things in the rain? It's like a thunderstorm, no less. That's probably not the best idea. I mean, you might get, like, knocked away and outside, but... And also, like, why did they just have their money just lying everywhere? I mean, I'm grateful because I'm gonna be able to make my car payment this month because of it, but, like, what part of it is good for them? I mean, I guess they must get so much money from the Galactic Republic to create the army of stuff that they don't know is doing stuff, so... That was a very inarticulate way of saying that maybe this is being funded by the Intergalactic Space Force thing. Yeah, the plot of this movie is bad. Just bad. I'm just attacking this random... I want to see this random droid get a movie. Yes. Some more Star Wars spin-off movies. The random droid that Obi-Wan had in this one movie. That died, tragically. Okay, I'm gonna follow you, a draft man thing. David, do you love me? Well, you could buy me a drink first. Would you want an Obi-Wan movie? Not really. I mean, like, if there's a good pitch out there for an Obi-Wan movie, I'll go and see it, but I don't really see that much interesting stuff that you could do with Obi-Wan. I think people like, yeah, he's the best part of the prequels by far, but, like, what else can you do? I don't really care. It's very important work I'm doing. Ooh, monies. Does the fact that we haven't seen that much Spider-Man gameplay bother you? Spider-Man... what? I don't know. Actually, no. Because I don't have a PlayStation 4, so I don't really actually care about whether that game's good or not. Don't tell Xavier, but I'm just very... Or rather, don't tell Evan. But I'm very ambivalent. And yes, that is a word, I promise you. I'll force this broom if it kills me. Go. Yes, do the thing. It's a matter of personal pride that I managed it. No, I need the money. This must be a really rich planet if there's just money coming out of literally everything in the entire world. Just like money coming out of the buttons on the wall. Never mind me, I'm just getting down here. Ooh, a thing. I did the thing. Now I get the money. Ooh. I opened the window. You're bisexual. We exist. No, you don't. No, they don't. Such things do not exist. What are you talking about? Next thing you're going to be telling me that women can serve in the military or something. That's just like complete heresy. What are you talking about? Good Star Wars games. There's no such thing as a good Star Wars game. There's only the Star Wars game. Why? I don't know why. There aren't any good Star Wars games. Forget the fact that Battlefront 2 exists. There are no good Star Wars games. You hit... Traps are not gay? Oh, you better not ask Josh about that, because he has very strong opinions about that. I honestly don't care. I'm gonna spin these things until they aren't spinnable anymore. Now I get the money. Have I played the original Battlefront games? Yes, I have. Battlefront 1 has its moments, but of course Battlefront 2 is a classic Star Wars game. I'm not very good at first person or any type of shooter, so playing it would be another exercise in Half-Life style, just complete failureage. So there's that. So that's why I decided to play this game, but you know. We're in the money. I hope that was a Plinkett reference, because if it wasn't, then it should be. Do I like role-playing games? If they're good. I like Fallout, New Vegas. I like some of the Elder Scrolls games. I love the Knights of the Old Republic series. I don't play a ton of games anymore. I haven't played The Witcher. I don't really play like that much of the new games. So my video game stuff is probably about like 4 to 5 years old at this point, because I don't really invest that much in video games anymore. So. He roleplays with Savior. Yeah, I pretend that I'm a popular YouTuber, and I pretend that there's meaning in life. So, if that's what role-playing is, then I guess, sure. I roleplay every day. I roleplay that I don't have crippling depression. Have you played Knights of the Old Republic? Yeah, I just said, like, a minute ago that I love it. It's a pretty good game. It doesn't like Windows 10, and I'm too lazy to figure out how to actually get Knights of the Old Republic 1 to work on Windows 10, so I haven't played it in a while. Knights of the Old Republic 2 works, and I've been doing well, I mean, There's literally a Let's Play on my channel that I've never finished of Knights of the Old Republic 2, so yeah, I think you could say that I like those games. They're not exactly Strim material, though, because, like, there's just so much, and it's kind of hard to, like, talk over that, because it kind of disrupts the tone and the flow of the game, so I think it's something that I'd recommend that you play for yourself. Or you could just look at my Let's Play, and if you like it, then I'm glad you like it, because I didn't. Ooh, I get the mini kit. Did you hear that Rick and Morty was renewed for 70 episodes? Yes, I do read the news. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, maybe I just hate the Rick and Morty fans more than I hate the show, but there was like a bit when I was really into it this past year, and then I got kind of a little bit bored with it after that, so. Read more fanfiction. Fanfiction of what, though? Because I just read the Spideypool fanfiction literally just to bother Xavier and annoy him. So, if I'd be reading more fanfiction, what would be the point? I mean, I can understand if somebody would find my voice arousing, because I'm obviously the most attractive man in existence, so it's that. But, like, I don't understand what other kind of fanfiction I'd want to read, because, like, Spideypool was literally just a practical joke, and I feel like the jokes expired at this point. Like, I mean, yeah, I read a really smutty fanfiction. Now what? What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna read another really smutty fanfictions? Okay, I mean, I guess, but like, where's the joke? Where's the comedy? Especially if there's nobody to like bounce off of and to bother. Xavier Mendoza and Evan Villarca fanfiction. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that something like that existed. I mean, unless you've written it, then I'm not gonna write anything like that, so, I mean, and if you write it, I can't promise that I'll even read it at this point. I don't think Rick is the villain of Rick and Morty. I think he's what you call an anti-hero. He's somebody who means well most of the time, but also is deeply flawed and has some problems that he's working through. And of course, within the text, it's already obvious. I mean, I haven't watched season 3, but it's obvious that there's a lot of problems with Rick. Oh right, yeah, I need to shut down for the other guy. What happened to the music? It just didn't... I don't know. It just stopped, I guess. Die. Die, robots. It's very important that I turn on this, guys. Oh, I turned the music off. Oh, okay, well. There you go. I mean, I must have turned it off last time I was playing this, so. I mean, like, if you talk to me about fanfiction, then tell me what fanfiction I should read. Send me a link on, like, Twitter or something. I might read, like, the first paragraph or something. So if you're gonna tell me what fan fiction I should, if you want me to read fan fiction, tell me what kind of fan fiction I should read, and then I'll tell you if your idea is actually good and I'll use it or not. What is it with, like, kids in these movies? Like, there's a lot of, like, just kids in the movies. Like, not like kids watching the movies, there's just obnoxious kids in the movies. Like, Anakin in the first one, Anakin in the first one. You're not gonna tell me what type of fan fiction. Well, not even like a specific one. Just tell me like what kind of type or what pairing. Like, I feel like the girls have been let out because the past ones I've been doing are mostly homosexual, or homosexual male. So maybe I should do like a lesbian pairing next time. Equality. We need to let the girls in on this. Like, what pairing of two girls should I read? Gerd from Subway and the FBI. That's not a serious answer. Come on. I'm not gonna read that. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. That's an idea. Not sure if I'll actually do it. When Ben fight Anakin, he Obi-Wan. I mean, I like puns, and that's just bad. It's like, my problem with reading more fanfiction is, what's the joke? I don't want to just read porn. I want to, like, find the comedy in it. Either if it's really poorly written, or if it's basically just a huge practical joke on Xavier, or something else. That was why I chose the fanfiction that I did for Spidey Pool, because it was a very... the way it treated, Joker and Batman fanfiction. I wonder if there's any Moon Knight fanfiction. I'm gonna look this up, so just enjoy the good music while I look this up. Also, there is a Harry Potter fanfiction that has been universally panned for being bad. Yes, I know what My Immortal is, and those bones have been picked clean. Just clean, clean, clean. You listen to the entire Spidey Pool video, well, congratulations, because that's more than I've been able to do, even though I was actually made it. Alright, I think I'm gonna shift to doing, I'm gonna shift to do some of the, free play just for fun. So I'm gonna free play that mission that I just did. I'm gonna role play that mission so much. I'm gonna do Grand Moff Tarkin. You zoned out though? I mean, well, still, it's more than I did. Anybody want a pizza roll? Stop referencing Red Letter Media. You're making me feel inadequate by comparison. I mean, make a comment on this web zone and... Luke Cage and Black Panther. Why? They've never been on screen together. Comment on this web zone, I'll send you a pizza roll. That's a good one. That is good content. Have I watched Genndy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars? Is that like the Clone Wars 3D animated series? Or is it like the one... And yes, I did murder that guy. Is that the like the 2-hour pilot from like the early 2000s that was 2D? Was it like the... Not one. It's the 2D one, yeah. I mean, I do remember watching that. It's okay. It's not the most amazing thing ever, but I enjoyed it. I don't remember too much about it. It's been a long time since I've watched it. And yeah, Genndy Tartakovsky, he's a great animator, and then he started making movies with Adam Sandler for Sony. That is a thing. He is the director of the Hotel Transylvania films. The man who made Samurai Jack and the Clone Wars animated series also made Hotel Transylvania, which aren't bad movies, but they're still Adam Sandler movies. Now I need to do the thing. No, this is not working. Go forward and do the thing. Ooh. Yeah, like that Gendy Tartakovsky thing. Yeah, I did watch that. That was not terrible. Better than the, like... I mean, it's better than animated movie where they go and say stinky Jabba the Hutt's son. So maybe my standards for animated Star Wars content are low, but you know. Yeah, he's getting down. Oh, hi. You like his pitch for a Popeye movie? Yeah, I do. I did actually. I thought that was a decent, like, short film. Yes, it was shut down by Amy Pascal, but like, I think that Sony Pictures Animation can do decently. I mean, they're working with Phil Lord and Chris Miller on those, on their Miles Morales movie, which looks pretty cool. No, you sound a little fuzzy, Xavier. You wanna tell that to my face? Ah! Wow! Speaking of fuzzy, I just shaved. Nice. Maybe you should also cut your hair. Where's the... Can, like, the midgets go through here? Hey. Oh, it's like a little puzzle. You go through all the thingies. Your mustache kept in the way. Wow. What a loser. Having a mustache. And a girlfriend. Ah. This is the best Star Wars game. Hey David, why do you like Star Trek so much? Because it's good. I don't know how else to say it. It's just good. 1 o'clock, I'm playing with you at Legos. Are you sure you don't do the weeds? I'll leave that question unanswered. Ooh, I'm in a super secret off the beaten path area. Oh no, not one of these again. Pan. Dang it. Dang it. Man, it's so much nicer playing this with a robot than a human, because humans are terrible people. Great party we're having here. Let's get down. Aw, I turned it off. I'm gonna have to turn the music back on, because that's just amazing. We need to have a dance party in here. Aww! We need to get this dance party up again. Yeah, it's getting down. Getting funky. Let's keep getting funky. Oh yeah, the party's back on. Da, 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 da. Aww. Let's just keep this going. Let's keep this party growing. I'm going to fight to keep this party going. It's just too lit up in here. Yeah! Back. This is very accurate because these people are about as good as dancers as I am. I guess we'll have to... All good things. Hey David, when's the next podcast? Are you running on trying to get the mini kits and whatnot? Yes. Next podcast. We're gonna record it on Sunday. It should come out next week. Stop answering the questions, Xavier. That's my job. Speaking of which, we're gonna do like a new little like podcast format where we're thinking of like having like a quest where it's kind of subtle, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like a little like subject for each of the podcasts we do. So we're gonna have like a starting point, like a question or a topic of discussion. So if there's anything you want us to talk about, let us know, and we might select it or we might ignore it because it might be stupid. So. When am I going to collab? Whenever I release the next Couch Potatoes. I mean, like, to be fair, not is that, like, we got really, like, behind on recording these because, for one, Xavier's been super busy and I've been super busy with, like, finals and everything, but also some people, who I'm not going to mention, felt creatively unsatisfied, so it's a little bit like pulling nails when trying to work with this person who will remain unnamed when they don't feel creatively satisfied. Yes, it hasn't been recorded. Yeah, exactly. Who could it be? I don't know. I'm not gonna mention. Yeah, fucking Josh. Ruining the podcast he's not even in. Why did we ever invite him in on one of these? Speaking of which, because the cable for my external hard drive is a little bit flimsy, so it wasn't working that well today, so I didn't edit the podcast about some certain Asian films. Pratt opened up another podcast, which turns out was, or rather Couch Potatoes, which was the Couch Potatoes that we filmed right before doing the one about the Asian ones, which was the Fight Club one where we were supposed to talk about Fight Club but ended up not talking about it. And that was the one where, if you'll remember this, Xavier, you did the thing where you were like, you wrote down all the buzzwords of what I was gonna say, and you got closer than I'm happy to admit. I mean, I don't think that it's like a criticism on my, you joke in the review that it's a criticism of my, reviewing content. I think it's more that I say the same things more than once. So yeah, you can look forward to that. And the buzzwords that Josh was gonna say when in Akira was literally just, oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's literally just the one thing. So. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, I can get the mini kits now. Hey, I have 9 out of 10. It's more than most people get on their examinations. So that's when we talk about Fight Club, the most overrated movie? I don't remember. Very Fight Clubby. So David, 90s X-Men or Wolverine and the X-Men? I prefer X-Men, what was it, X-Men Evolution, actually. That's the best one. Wolverine and the X-Men had promise, but I think it's a little bit too dark and a little bit self-serious. Do you plan on watching Japanese cartoons? Well, there's a Couch Potatoes where I edit talking about Japanese cartoons, so hey, who knows? Maybe I'll release that sooner or later. Don't mind me, I'm just a mustachioed droid running on the hall. Don't mind me, don't mind. Fight Club's not a bad movie, I just think that my opinion of Fight Club is this: an okay movie ruined by a terrible fan base. I remember watching X-Men Evolution when it was airing on TV, and it was just the best. It's a really good show. I think that, like, X-Men, Wolverine and the X-Men is a good show. It's just a little bit not quite lighthearted enough. There's a certain tone that I like with the X-Men, and I think that, like, gets a... And I think that X-Men, Wolverine and the X-Men goes a little bit dark for my tastes. Nightcrawler fighting pirates. Eh. Was that in it? I don't remember. While this is on this topic, have I seen the X-Men anime? No, I have not. There was an X-Men anime? Interesting. Yeah, we don't talk about those. We don't talk about cartoons on this show. We don't like cartoons here. Only live action. No, literally, my brother actually doesn't like anything that's animated. He doesn't like cartoons in general. It is the most weirdest and most dumb thing ever, but it's what he says. Yeah, nobody likes cartoons. Speaking of crying during things, I didn't feel like crying at all during Avengers, just saying. There was a time when they started making Marvel anime. Oh, cool. Separate Wolverine anime. Oh boy, I can't wait for that. This does not surprise me, yeah. Can you believe that Xavier actually bet against Brandon that I wouldn't like it? Like, what kind of a bet is that? Like, oh look, the person who doesn't like things doesn't like the thing. Like, duh, obviously. What, did you expect me to actually like something that other people like? Ridiculous. I think the bigger question... Ooh, a disco ball. Does this mean it's a dance party time? Yeah. Who is the furry YMS? Are you talking about your movie Sex? I don't know who that is. I mean, I can't be related to anybody who's a furry because I'm just so automatically cooler than anybody who engages in that lifestyle. So. Why does this make your balls hurt? It's weird. Who's getting hella laid? Virgins? Hey Xavier, you still here? Did you hear that I watched your favorite movie ever? Earth Girls Are Easy? Die, all of you. No joke, Xavier's favorite movie is actually Earth Girls Are Easy. You know, the Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, Marlon Wayne. Even if he says otherwise, his favorite movie is and will always be Earth Girls Are Easy. He loves that movie. If he says The Thing, he's just talking about Jeff Goldblum's Thing. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, ask your parents about the birds and the bees. No, I'm not gonna tell you first. Excuse me for one moment. Dun, 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 dun. Die! Table. Die, table. Not today. Die, potato. Yeah, that's a reference to the to those ASDF movie. What are you talking about, precision? Dun, 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 dun. Cause like, here's the question: what is going to be the bomb squad of my YouTube empire? Because I am very clearly not the bomb squad. Die. Ooh, I've never been in this room before. Maybe, probably have. Going into the void, starting into the void. Like, what is the void? The void some sort of, like... Milk your cat. I'll also milk other jokes that Red Letter Media has made. Just remember, never ever move to the backwoods of New Jersey. I'll tell you what, if there's a worse place in this world than New Jersey, I haven't been there. Afghanistan is better than New Jersey. Okay, so New Jersey is basically a city, basically a state of entirely suburbs and a couple of really shitty cities. I'm doing the walks. Stare into the void. Okay, I'm staring into a void right now. It's called the computer screen. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, look, it's Frosty. Frosty the Snowman is my favorite Avenger. Do you think he died in Infinity War? Okay, let's do a list. Here's a fun idea. Let's do a list of random fictional characters who died in Infinity War, despite the fact that they're not in the Marvel Universe. Do you think that, like, Captain Planet survived Infinity War? I don't think he did. I think he was killed for the good of the world. Shrek died in Infinity War. You monster! How dare you say that? How dare you say that Shrek died? Shrek died for your sins. The main character's imagination from Fight Club, huh? Shrek is your Lord and Savior. Good. Yeah, Nightwing used the Infinity Gauntlet to kill Batman when Batman was banging Batgirl because, well, he's a jealous boyfriend, so what is he gonna do when Batman's gonna start cheating on him? No, Frosty! Yes. Frosty died in Infinity. He died for your sins. Batman, stop bagging your metaphorical daughter? Yeah. That's really creepy. Stop putting other people in bags. Like... At least use, like, plastic or something. Frosty is your Lord and Savior? How dare you? How dare you... forget Shrek so easily. Superman faded just before... That's a good one. I'll take that. I'll accept that. I like to imagine that Mother Teresa faded just before she was about to save some orphans. And Pope Francis, of course, faded. And not only Pope Francis, but the entire Catholic Church. Every single member of the Catholic Church across the whole world faded at the exact same moment. Shrek did 9/11. That's all I'm saying. Have I seen the Rush Hour movies? No. Are those the ones with Jackie Chan and like some other dumb actorman? What would we do if the entire White House faded, Mom? I'd eat a waffle. That's what I would do. Oh, Chris Tucker. building a computer bank. So I can store my money in it. Now I have all the money in the world. And also, all the sexual harassment pedophiles in the world in prison. Dun 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 dun. What are you doing, Robot? Go on, stand on the other pad. Do it, like, right now. Robot. Stand on the pad! Have I ever seen a weird movie called The Box? Not that I can remember. What do I do now? Come on, Robot, like... do things not dumb. What? Yes, I do prefer it when Lego characters grunted instead of talked. It had this sort of charming simplicity to it. The talking kind of ruins it. That's why I'm playing one of the early games and not one of the later games. Die, diverse minority infused stormtrooper people. Ooh, what's this thing? Ooh. Well, this is kind of cool. I gotta... our robot pal. Like, I mean, if we're talking about Last Jedi, I think there's a lot of things, like, I think the main problem with it is that they tried to do too much at once, and a lot of what they did is actually really good, but some of it just isn't quite good. Okay, so there's that. How does it go, David? okay, I guess. Minorities. Minorities. Yay! Thoughts on Infinity War? It was fine. I think I didn't like. I feel that like the emotional core of the third act is rendered completely mute by the fact that there will be sequels, and also like I generally like movies that have main characters, and this movie didn't. So, I mean, arguably Thanos, but you know he's also the antagonist, so. I think that, like, the New Yorker article that talks about how, like, all the investment is based on previous movies is kind of true, because, like, I mean, from a certain point of view, because it doesn't really... The entire point of the movie is Thanos interrupting all these other people's stories, and that's kind of a little bit weird, and if you're going from the point of view of Thanos being the main character... I don't know what I was saying there, I mean... Long story short, I feel very ambivalent about it. I don't hate it, I just don't really feel all that much investment for it one way or the other. I just kind of walked out of the theater feeling pretty burnt out with the whole idea of just like more of these Star Wars movies. Predestination, oh yeah, the one with Ethan Hawke? Yeah, I've seen like trailers for that. I thought about it, but I've never actually decided to. The revenge of the revenge of the Gungans die. God of the monster friend? I don't have any friends with that. Yay! I didn't get all the thingies. I just looked it up, and there is actual Moon Knight fanfiction, so... Thoughts on Revenge of the Sith? A lot of people say it's the least terrible of the prequels, but honestly, it's not really all that great either. It's kind of just a movie overall. Alright, David, it's been fun, but I'm tired out of my mind, so good night. Good night. You know what? I'm just gonna play another video game, and this is gonna be called David Plays Legos, and then I'm just gonna not play Legos, so we're gonna have some fun with that. Okay, we are going to play. Let's look at my games list here, so actually, like, come on. Come on. Computer. Bear with me here. Come on. There we go. We're going to play. What do you think? Star Trek Starfleet Academy? Nah, I'm gonna play Bioshock. So, this is now Bioshock Strims, so hope you're okay with that. Nvidia. 2K. A Bioshock Strim. "2K Boston. Australia. I didn't know Boston was in Australia. Let's start playing some Bioshock. I'd better play easy. Overwatch. Yeah, that's totally what I'm playing right now. I totally love Overwatch. Because I totally have played it at least once. Hey, remember when you could smoke on planes?
Son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Terrorism! Bioshock. Here's the question. What's the actual bio in the shock? Do I like fighting games? Sometimes. I enjoy Injustice. That's a fun game. But, like, generally I'm not coordinated. So, any games that require a lot of combination, what you have to do, I can't really do. Ooh, somebody's lost their pearls. Oh no, the plane! The plane! You know, they were gonna make a Bioshock movie a few years ago, and I still think they should. I think I'm gonna swim this way. Into the pond. I think this is the right way to go. Oh, hey, look, it's the suitcase that Rose and Jack could totally have fit on. I can't swim. Wait, I want to go on that. What time is it for me? Time for Bioshock, that's what time it is. Oh. Like, question. There's like this big island with the big watchtower on it, then how deep can it really be here? Bioshock, more like Bioshook, am I right? I'm just gonna go over here, go back in the water, and swim out that direction. Alrighty then, I'm gonna Jim Carrey this thing. Ooh, what's in here? Some kind of sex party? In what country is there a place for people like me? Like homosexuals? It's called San Francisco. What's in my pockets? Like, lots of coins? Why didn't you edit couch potatoes fast enough? Because I'm doing this. Industry. Pulling these levers. Oh boy, we get to head downstairs now. Too bad you can't breathe in water. The only thing I knew about this series is that Elizabeth looks good in blue. Is that like a reference to something? I can't move! I can't move! Oh no! Fire at your fingertips.
I am Andrew Ryan.
Andrew
and
Ryan.
I'm here to ask you a question.
I'm
Is
here
a
to
man
ask
not
you a
entitled
question.
to the sweat of his brow?
You were told to say that.
No,
By whom?
says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God.
Yeah, who needs
No,
religion
says the
or
man in Moscow,
socialism?
it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers.
Yeah, libertarianism
Instead,
for the
I
win.
chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture. City where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where
Petty
the
morality,
great would not
who
be
needs it?
constrained by the small.
Who needs
The
petty
sweat
morality?
of your brow, rapture can become your city as well.
Rapture. Bye! Stick around though, we'll have fun here. We're playing Bioshock in my Lego Star Wars streams. Okie dokie, audio is too loud. I can fix that. I mean, it's kind of like the swelling music moment, so whatever, but... All good things of this earth flow into the city of New York. Not Rapture, obviously. Rapture sucks. We've never actually finished this game all the way through. So, yeah.
One more minute. Spear's coming up now. Johnny, security, banging all over. Get a move on.
What is that kind of person with a, what kind of accent is that? Irishness? Who needs that? Let me go? No, obviously not. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I could have changed it from OBS, but I didn't care enough. I went into game settings because when the next time I play this game, it's going to be super quiet. Does that work like that? Who needs OBS anyway? Sounds like somebody's trying to kill me. I'm just gonna stand here and do nothing, obviously. Nothing I can do about the situation to make it better. I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing. Goodbye, hook woman.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio?
No, obviously not. But it is kind of glowing, so fine.
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground. Take a deep breath.
New deal.
Out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're gonna need to draw out a height, but you're gonna have to trust me.
Vita chamber. Ooh. I'll wrap you in a sheet. Ryan doesn't know.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer, seal Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
A wrench. Ooh. C to crouch. So you can meet other things too. Yeah. Eat it, wall. Huh. Well, that was a thing.
All the cops on me? I was
Die. Ooh, I have things. Door control's broken. Pep bar. Hi, Daddy. Why? Oh, I can't go this way. Gotta love the sound effects of this game. Eat the potato chips. Steal more potato chips. Listen, they go straight to my waistline, but what else am I gonna do? Eat healthy? Oh, that's for losers. Ah, this thing is glowing. I wonder what happens if I pick it up. Oh no, a cutscene is happening. Oh no! No! This isn't Legos. What did I miss? Nothing. I mean, we're still playing Lego Star Wars, obviously.
Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
Oh no, it's the horror.
This little fish looks like
His suit is so unclean!
Wonder if
Do they even have washing machines down in Rapture? Did you see the subject change anniversary thing?
let's walk
The Phil Marin robes? Phil Marin robes? I guess. Oh, that lip sync though, that's the best part of this whole equation, yeah?
Look, Mr. Bubbles. It's an
Look,
angel.
Mr. Bubbles. It's an angel.
I can see light coming from his belly.
I can see light.
Wait a minute. He's still breathing.
Would you kindly? Yeah, exactly. Would you kindly watch us play some Legos? Would you kindly also subscribe?
You alright, Boyle? First time plasma's a real kick from a mule.
I was right until I heard from you.
Full of lightning now, is there?
Yeah, this is like a kind of half complete Fallout game. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I'm gonna die! Where do I go? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna die. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I'm getting flashbacks! I'll never fly economy again! I have to get out of here. No, my luggage was not checked. I put it stowed in the carry-on. Get me out of here. I'll never fly United again. Cigarettes. Smoke the cigarettes. Take an Eve hyper. Oh no, it's a horror movie.
Give him a combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch.
Die. Die, Vita Chamber. Do I like Transformers? No, not really. Like, not the cartoon, not the movies. Die. I want a game to exist sometime in the future where literally everything is destructible.
Come on, yeah!
Tell Ryan I'm sorry. I didn't do it again. No, please, please, don't do that. The whole thing will go. No!
This city seems like in pretty bad shape. Like, floods everywhere, people are on fire and dying, and murders happening all the time, but you know what? I still think this is better than Detroit. I mean, really, like, there's still some things that are operational here. I mean... Listen.
I've got a family.
I've got a family.
Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. You're gonna move to the suburbs, right? You know, white picket fence, no more minorities around you, that sort of thing. The American dream, right?
But you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
Why would I find your family?
Be the lonely one. You are the lonely one. No one will be there to sing this song. One's gone. And two. Wait. This is happening before and none. Why aren't you here? Why is it today and not then when you were warm and sweet? Why can't Mommy hold you to her breast and feel your teeth? Oh, no. No.
Sounds like they're having a really sweet
no,
emotional moment here about a girl who about a woman who lost her baby. Time to die.
Plasma's changed everything.
Ooh, I have a gun now. Take that, NRA.
We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
I don't know. I think this place could just use a new lick of paint. Otherwise, it's pretty decent.
I'll do what I want. It's my Adam. I earned it.
You want this ugly? Just sliced it.
What?
I just sliced it. But he's getting my damn door.
Nice. Hole in the bathroom.
I didn't touch her.
Die.
You open up. Last time. One shot. Brenda.
Ooh, dollars. I mean, I'm about to die, you know, from a strange alien. But, you know, dollars and cents.
Charlie! Charlie, where you going? No, Charlie! Don't make it double!
Ooh.
Rape you shit!
Okay, I'm gonna drink all this alcohol.
This isn't right!
Ooh. Get to be even drunker now. Ooh, no, run away, run away, run away. I need to go and shoot the deads. Die. I have the Eve and the hypo. So, what's the movie that makes... What's the video game? Here's a good question. What's the video game that makes the best use of, like, retro 40s and 50s music? Do you think it's this? Do you think it's Fallout? Do you think it's, like, Another game. It's Fallout, obviously. Well, it's not actually, but you know, Fallout is a popular game, so I can say that so I can be popular. Because of... Ooh, I'm drunk now. I like being drunk.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
Hit him with the electrovolt. What's that? The electronic volt. Do I like Transformers? Obviously I like Transformers. Oh no! It's a white person! Oh, I drink even more whiskey so I can be even drunker. I'm jumping up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and jumping jacks. Gotta do my exercise.
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute?
Why? Why would I want to lower my weapon?
You think that's a child down there?
Wow.
Don't be fooled.
I mean,
She's a little sister.
she does look a little bit weird.
Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface.
Tall out.
Well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
Creepy little girl singing a song. I can do that too, but I'm really not creepy. I can't pull out my weapon. No, I want to shoot her in the in the gun. Yes, I can words. Ooh, is it the Big Daddy part? Oh, it's a splicerman. Ooh. Kill me now! Oh no, it's a... You know, I think we should actually make a really cool movie. Because I think the story is actually... I'm Irish! Get out of my sight! Footlight Theater. Ooh, I can now beat his corpse to death. This is gonna be my life now. Fun fact, the voice actor who voices Shrek is actually Canadian. Press escape to save your game. No. I won't let you tell me how to live my life. Do you think that's cocaine? It's coming off the posters. I'd like to imagine it is. The fuck is that Irish? That's definitely Aussie. Probably. But who cares? They're all not America, so they're all the same. Every single country that is not America and speaks English is exactly the same. You know, the United Kingdom of Ontario and like Australia and the United States of Oceania in Quebekistan. They're all not America, so they all don't matter. Lego? Yeah, yeah. What are you talking about? This is very obviously a Lego game. If you're just watching this now, this is the Let's Play where I play where this is Lego Bioshock. Where it's obviously, I mean, I don't know what you're thinking I'm playing, but it's obviously Lego. No! I want to murder you so I can take your money. You don't have any money? Well, too bad, you're dead anyway. Now I'm gonna break your windows. Say that again, motherfucker. I double dare you. I double dare you. Say what again? That that countries that aren't America don't matter? Well, I guess I just did there. So there's that.
You gotta be rich down here.
Die! See, I mean, look at this video game. They obviously gave us, like... They gave us dollars, not, like... Not dollars. So, it's obvious that they're American. Your country wouldn't be the same without the UK. Same with Australia. You know, who needs the UK? They're only, like... I mean, like...
Security alert is on.
Bandages. The UK is the UK. No. The UK is the United Kingdom. It is not the UK. What are you talking about? Okay, I need to go to medical first. I mean, the UK isn't the UK, it's the United Kingdom. There's a very big difference. Like, I mean, come on, like, the UK is not really all that interesting of a country. Like, I mean, the UK isn't really all that interesting, compared to, like, England. I mean, England is obviously a lot cooler than the United Kingdom.
Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who will be slapped around by...
Do I want to die? Yes, obviously.
Farewell, or not Jerry.
Ooh, I get to go to another place. Ooh. You know, the UK actually gives me a lot of hope on a more serious note, because as an American, living in America is kind of a circus because all of our politicians are complete and totally insane idiots. But as long as we have another country whose politics are as completely screwed up as ours, the UK, then we can at least have some hope. We can have some hope that everybody else is just as much of an idiot as we are.
The bloody king of Rapture.
Die, die,
Find your way to
die,
him.
die, die. Hack the... Start the hacks. Australia is just as bad in terms of politics. Well, I mean... Are you sure about that? I mean, unless you're president of fucking porn star, then, like, how bad can it really get? Well, prime minister, sorry, for, like, countries that don't do all the stupid stuff that we do. How can it be worse? At least we don't jail people for making a joke. Yeah, UK politics is complete ass with Brexit going on. Exactly, like, it's very encouraging that somebody can make as stupid a decision as us electing an orange citrus golem as a president. And yes, I stole that joke from Taika Waititi, because he is an amazing human being. I mean, like, we don't read about your president paying $100,000 in hush money to a porn star. So, like...
If you want to use the emergency access, you'll be needing Dr. Steinman's key. He's all up front of this place. But I don't expect that milk at humankind. Steinman ain't that kind. And frankly, not even sure he's still human.
Trump did what? Like, oh, you didn't read that? Like, you're kind of behind on the times. Sorry, if I won't tell you about it, then... Done. Yeah, it was like 5 to 8 weeks ago when the news came out that Donald Trump, through his lawyer, paid him, like 5 to 8 weeks ago, that Donald Trump, through his lawyer, it came out that he paid porn star Stormy Daniels $130,000 to shut up about having had nice.
Where are you going, honey?
Nice. I thought the education system was supposed to be better over there. Like, wouldn't you like you guys overseas actually pay attention to stuff more? That reminds me of Bill Clinton. Well, I mean, he didn't pay her $100,000, and also she wasn't a porn star. Hello, blue kinks.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman. The daft bastard set up shop at the surgery wing. You want to find him? Just follow the blood.
Oh look, there's the bloods and the guts. And the monsters.
Remember, all them machines will short out right from if you hit them with electrovolts.
Yeah, I'm very bad at video games. One second. Let's move up in the world. Oh well, I guess I can't move that. Scrubs, let me paint you a picture. Oh yeah, oh yeah, of course you'd paint a picture because you're the artist. Lincoln did 9/11. I'm pretty sure that's true. This school thought they were smart and removing DecRecTech so it didn't go video games. That's pretty good. Of course, like, in our high school, we had the list of blocked IP addresses. So then, of course, there's cool math games, which was just video games, so you get around that very easily. So, Halo. Lincoln did 9/11, very true.
She didn't say that. How dare you touch me!
How dare you touch me! Ah! Woo! Hacking it. Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing is like high school kid or high schools thinking they know how computers work and then not. In this house.
That won't work for long.
That won't work for long. Sorry, furry. We don't love furries in here. Yeah. Ammo vending machine. Neat. Supply. Ooh, what's in the supply closet? Gun turret. Useful. Almost 15 rounds. Well, that's pretty good stuff. Nice. door. Who needs doors anywhere? I've never understood Bioshock. Can somebody please explain it to me? Basically, it serves as a criticism of Ayn Rand's objectivism philosophy, where the idea is that it's a perfect world without any sort of government, where the ideal man can, you know, use capitalism and create the perfect world and advance everything without any sort of petty morality, any sort of government intervention. And then there's a huge criticism of that because, you know, it's a terrible idea to have an ideal world where there's nothing to hold anybody to account. What's my favorite movie by far? That is very easy. It's Dark City, no question. I love Dark City. That is a great movie. But yeah, Bioshock, I mean, the gameplay is not really all that great, but it's really interesting criticism of... I mean, Ayn Rand objectivism philosophy has inspired a lot in terms of American politics, but especially among like sort of right-wing libertarian types. A lot of them disagree with her philosophy in a lot of important respects, but are still very influential. She wrote a bunch of terrible books about it that I haven't actually read. Like... Yeah, I just watched Dark City the other night, actually. I rewatch it every now and then. I've got the director's cut. You don't watch the theatrical cut, though. The theatrical cut has, like, an opening monologue that spoils everything. So basically, imagine if the opening minutes of Fight Club, somebody had basically, it's basically if, like, in the theatrical cut of Fight Club, somebody had, like, there was opening narration from Tyler Durden saying, or from Edward Norton's character saying, "Hi, my name's Tyler Durden. Here's the story of me and my alter, and the man in my head." Like, it doesn't entirely ruin the movie. It's just that, like, especially for your first watching version of it, you're gonna want to not have that spoiled for you. So, don't watch the theatrical cut of Dark City, but other than that, it's one of my favorite movies of all time ever. So, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it that I only just bought an Xbox 360 6 days ago? 10, only because you don't buy consoles. You only play on PC. Where have you been? Act successful. Hack you too. Die, security camera. Yeah, exactly. Playing PC and console. Only do PC. Can I recommend any PCs? Not any specific ones. You could build your own PC if you have the time. I enjoy Dell computers. Generally, those are pretty good for me. Dells have worked well for me. I'm playing on one right now, so I'd recommend Dells if you want to buy like a generic console. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a bad PC gamer because I don't really pay attention to what kind of PCs you have. This is not Lego Star Wars. What are you talking about? This is obviously Lego Star Wars. I'm just completely... What are you talking about? This is obviously Lego Star Wars. Machine gun rounds.
The parasite wanders the halls. We rebuild our city and the doubters and the fire will spoil our home. 1,000 Adam to the man or woman who pins its wings.
1,000 Adam for me. Incinerate. Plasmids by Ryan
Light up
Industries.
foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
Fire spreads. Evolve today.
This is our place! Ours!
I wonder if there's anybody so hidden from the gaming world and news that thinks Halo was PC exclusive. Well, it should have been.
Some kind of chemical scent in the air. Pheromones, they call it. Makes them all dance to his tune.
I still think it should have been a PC exclusive. Build your own. Yo, Anton person. What's up? Bubonic on my name. Die, Winston Hoffner.
Whenever anyone wants others to do their work, they call upon their out.
Yee. Thoughts on Infinity War? Well, it's just kind of boring me at this point. I don't hate it. I just kind of got bored by the fact that there's, I guess this feeling of ennui just sort of hit me when I realized that these movies aren't going to stop. They're just going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going until the end of reality. And then I just thought, there's just going to be so many more of these movies. Like, who gives a shit? Why should I care about any of these stories if there's just going to be another one and another one and another one and another one and another one, just over and over and over ad nauseum? So that, I guess it's not a criticism of the movie itself so much as like it's my own thoughts about the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole, but like it's related to my thoughts about Infinity War, because it's kind of about that just larger universe versus being about any universe. Like, the only reason that you really care about Infinity War is because you care about all the other stories that you've come up with. It's not really a sequel to any of them, it's a sequel to all of them at once. And, like, I think that would be interesting if there was some, like big, just like final sort of ending to it all, but
why do we have two eyes?
It's not.
It says we must.
There's not gonna be an ending ever, and it's one of the big complaints I have with reading like comic books. I don't really care about reading about comic books because there's never going to be an ending. I mean, there's a reason why the final episode of Next Generation is called All Good Things. Because as we know, all good things never end.
The nurses don't like me.
I mean, I'm still excited for, like, you know, Galaxy 3 and Ant-Man 2 and all of that stuff, but like
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Simon. Chill now. The Lord hates a quitter. I can hear that splicer sounding off like it's the 4th of July. Explosives are hard to come by down here. But if you get your hands on one of them telekinesis plasmids, you can catch the damn firebomb and toss it right back in its gob. Or anything else that might be standing in your way.
telekinesis, huh? Interesting. I mean, sure, go ahead and talk about spoilers. I mean, I've seen it. I don't know if anybody else has.
Pull it a little light? At Surgical Savings, we'll happily work out an affordable payment plan for any major procedure. Potentially terminal illnesses won't wait until payday, should you?
Have I seen, have I seen Netflix's Punisher? No. No. I don't care about...
Tell the minister he'll just have to wait. It's my daughter's wedding, not his.
Honey,
A rapture reminds us the bottom of the ocean is our home, but it can also be a dangerous place. Any leak is a bad one.
I do not care about, like, the... Yeah, Spider-Man's not gonna die. They make it this big, dramatic moment, like Homecoming 2, yeah. I don't watch any of those Netflix shows, I just don't care. Enough.
I swore an oath to do no harm, and I mostly meant it. I'm a professional.
Like, it tried to have this big dramatic moment at the end of Infinity War, but like, oh well. They're gonna come back, obviously.
Tacking is nothing! You're trolling! You're Sam! Don't disrespect me!
Like, yeah, I think that some of the deaths, like, Gamora's death in particular, had some emotional weight to them, but that's because they expanded on her arc in the movie, and then they had, like, a backstory to her, so they had actual, like, there was context, there was, like, oh look, this emotion behind it, but, like, I mean, oh no, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. I don't care. Can't wait. I mean, I didn't feel so good about it. You're gonna ask a Star Trek fan if Star Trek is worth it. I mean, I won't say that the thing that I like is for everyone, but I think that I mean, like, if your dad wants to watch it, like, watch it with your dad, and like, it's your dad, so. I mean, like, if you're talking about aged well, it depends on the series, and, like, of course the special effects aren't going to be as good as they were. There's not everything's going to be as good as, like, a modern TV show, but I think that the writing in a lot of contexts is really good, and I think that the writing and the characters are good enough that I keep watching it. Yeah, I won't say it's forever.
There's shining for you and for
Throw objects at foes. You can even catch grenades and throw them back.
Oh boy, I'm Jean Grey now. One interesting thought that I did have is that I'm very curious to see X-Men Dark Phoenix, because that's a very similar story to Infinity War, because, like, you know, X-Men Dark Phoenix is going to be very interesting because it's going to be an ensemble movie about going into space, and where there's a giant a demonic entity and an evil empire, Jessica Chastain, who are, you know, all of that stuff, the Shi'ar or whatever. I don't care about Marvel comics, I don't read them, and it's going to be interesting to see X-Men Dark Phoenix and how the X-Men's version of this story treats itself versus, like, the Marvel version. I think that the one thing this is gonna be kind of controversial here, but I think that, like, the Marvel version, or rather the X-Men version, the Fox version, has a little bit of a something over the Marvel version of this, because the X-Men version might actually be better, for one simple reason, is that there's actually a stronger emotional core to the X-Men Dark Phoenix saga. Well, yeah, it already happened, but they're making a new movie called X-Men Dark Phoenix, coming out next year. Directed by the writer of... From the writer of X-Men Days of Future Past and Apocalypse. And yes, it did get retconned, but they're doing it again. So, I think that the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie that they're making could actually do it better, because there's definitely a much more strong emotional arc to that story. Especially with, you know, like, hey, look, don't do the bad things. That one girl from Game of Thrones. I don't know how, I don't know. I don't read X-Men comics, so I'm sorry for butchering basically everything. But I still think that X-Men Dark Phoenix is probably going to be bad because it's directed by Simon Kinberg. But I have high hopes for it because there's a lot of potential for that story to do what Infinity War is doing, but better. I gotta run away from this puzzle. Access security cam. Access security camera. If only hacking was this easy in real life. Just make the pipes work. Yeah, I think that's another problem that I have with, yes! Yeah, I think that's a problem that another problem that you have with, like, these extended Marvel long universe movies is that, like, a lot of the times they contradict each other in, not in obvious, like, continuity ways, but in more important thematic ways. Like, oh yeah, Iron Man 3. I'm gonna learn to not try and, I'm gonna accept that I can't protect against everything and that I need to relax and calm down. Iron Man. Avengers. Oh, well, I'm gonna build a robot to save everyone because I didn't learn my lesson. And of course, you know, I'll have Civil War. And then, of course, with Avengers 3. Spider-Man. Oh, I'm not gonna accept Tony's suit because it symbolically represents that I'm not really my own person, so I'm just gonna be my own friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Oh, no, wait, you need a suit so you can go in space and die. It's thematic, not necessarily continuity dissonance between different movies. And in some ways, that's kind of a little bit worse. That, like, you're not contradicting each other in terms of just... You're not contradicting each other in terms of the continuity. Like, oh no, was Professor X bald by this point? No, it's like... Oh, what is this story about? Then nope, it's not about that anymore because we need to have these crossover movies. That's another thing that I really disliked about Avengers Infinity War is that, like, all these other stories had really interesting messages and tones, and then, like, the themes and the tones of these different stories were just trampled over each other because we have to have this big crossover, and it doesn't feel all that really interesting. Or rather, comparatively. Welcome to me complaining about X-Men.
Do not approach the sisters.
I promise to do no harm. Hide, you pesky bastard!
Well, that's creepy. You know, for a movie about Legos, this movie is... For a game about Legos, this is awfully disturbing.
No, guys! He'll ruin everything! Get him! He's gonna hurt me! Tear him to bits!
Do you wanna know how much, Also, do you want to know how much, interestingly, do you want to know how much, Robert Downey Jr. was paid to show up for 15 minutes of screen time in, Spider-Man Homecoming? Like $10 million. So he was paid more than the actual star of the movie was to show up from just basically an extended cameo. So, whether you like that or not is entirely up to you, but I think capitalism. I don't think we can ever go back to the era of superhero movies when we have to watch 3 movies in the same franchise. Oh yeah, obviously not. There's way too much money to be made by all those sequels. It's like saying we're gonna go back to the era where you buy expansion packs that actually give you more content instead of just DLC. It's not going to happen. Then again, I've always had a soft spot for the X-Men movies. I had to watch Black Panther before Infinity War, and I hated every second of Well, to be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Black Panther, so... Man, I gotta hack this thing. No! Yes, come on. Man. Black Panther was fine. It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, it just needed a bit more. Like, it was like about 30 minutes too long. I think there are a lot of good moments to it, and a lot of good character moments, but, like, overall, I did kind of just leave it unsatisfying. You know, all these audio logs are really interesting, but I can't, like, play any of them because, like, we're having this conversation about superhero movies, but, like, whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Walking the halls, shimmering like a scalpel. Steinman, she calls. Steinman, I have what you're looking for. Just open your eyes, and when I see her, she cuts me into a...
What can I do with this one, Alfred? You won't stay still! I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong!
I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out
This
wrong.
one, too tall!
Too
This
tall.
one, too symmetrical!
Too symmetrical.
Now, what's this guy? Intruder! He's ugly! 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 Look at you, idiots!
Die. Die, crazy plastic surgeon man. Yes. Dead man.
You alright? It was time somebody took care of that sick bastard. Make sure you get the key off Steinman. Head back to emergency access. I'm working my way to the backside of Port Neptune myself. We'll get there soon enough.
We'll get there soon enough. I mean, that's more Irish than the last time I was technically Irish, but you know. Too bad nobody is no Irish people are watching this, so I can get pissed off at meal flags. Irish meal flags. No! There we go! Like, speaking of this whole MCU thing, I think this is kind of what I like about the whole X-Men universe of movies, is that they don't really, like, give a shit about, like, continuity or sticking to the canon of a universe. It's just, like, a bunch of interrelated stories that have used similar characters and take place in the same basic world. But I kind of admire their approach. It's just like, you know, like, who gives a shit whether this movie and that movie connect 100% all the time? It doesn't really matter that much. Hey, you are Geek. I don't know who that is or what. We appreciate your viewership.
What's the matter, Frank? It's this thinning hair, Jim. Every day there's less and less. You know the problem.
Sounds like another tunnel collapse. Welcome to Rapture.
Tunnel collapse, oh boy. Can't wait. What? What? Okay, I will in no way question that.
It's a little one. Here's your chance to get some Adam.
It's just you and me. And all the tasty Adam I can drink.
Stay away from her, or it is
Stay
your
away
horse we
from
shall
her.
next.
Easy now, Doctor.
It's just your horse that is.
Just enough to get by.
I'll not have him hurt my little ones.
I'll not have him hurt my little.
Child, not anymore, are they? Dr. Tenenbaum saw to that.
Bitte, do not hurt her.
That will not hurt them.
Oh, that's a pretty sermon coming from the ghoul who cooked up them creatures in the first place.
The girl who cooked up them creatures in the first place. So, people in the chat, what do you guys think? Should I, be a decent human being?
There is another.
Or should I be a monster?
Use this. Free them from their torment. I will make it to be worth your while.
Should I do it? What do you guys think? Hey guys, should I actually save this person? Should I be nice? Should I be human? Or should I just like tell me what to do? See you, scrubs. Be a decent human being. What does anybody else think? I mean, we have one vote for having a soul and one and no votes for not having a soul, so I'm gonna have a soul today. Choose to do it. Rescue L.
No! 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 No!
No. I'm going to inappropriately touch you to make you a human being again.
Thank you, mister.
Oh no!
Thank you.
That lip syncing.
Tenenbaums playing you for a sap. Those things may look like wee little girls, but looks don't make it so.
Oh boy.
You need
All
the
the
other you
different
can get to
woman.
survive.
That sucks.
If you cross paths with another of them, gatherers, guards, machines, make sure you pick up a new plasma or two. That's at the price they
Gatherer's Garden. Pick up gene upgrades. Nice.
See the flowers we are raising.
Close. Bye. Bye, scrubs.
Sorry.
You're ready now. Time to take on one of them big daddies. It won't be easy, but it's the only way to get to little sister.
But why do I have to kill a daddy? I like him. No, you're gonna be a human again. Don't be a creepy horror movie girl anymore.
Thank you.
Don't go.
Are you almost back to emergency access?
Oh
Through as soon
my
as you get there.
god.
You've
Okay.
got Ryan's eye now.
Alright.
You won't hear them coming, but it'll be there before you know it.
Alright.
The parasite is three things: free markets, free will, and free men.
The parasite hates three things: free market, free will, and free man. Yeah, that's important for, like... I wonder if this movie, or I wonder if this video game has anything to say about, libertarian free market ideology. It's just gas.
Okay, fine. You'll be back.
Fine, we'll be back.
Security alert deactivated. Thank you for your patience.
I don't know how you managed it, but you did. Come through to Port Neptune now. I'm looking forward to shaking your hand.
Okie dokie, I'm heading down to Port Neptune now. Oh my ... god. If your plasmids are losing effectiveness against tougher enemies, find the improved versions of these plasmids. Nice. Bananas.
Now you had the pleasure of Andrew Ryan's company. He's the one who built this place, and he's the one who ran it into the ground.
It's a baby.
Nobody knows exactly what happened. Maybe he went mad. Maybe the power got to him.
Symbolism.
Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Whichever way you slice it, good men died. My family's in a submarine hidden in the foundation of Fontaine Fisheries. I'll meet you there.
Wonder what I can buy with a decent amount of money. And some hacking. Hello, Eric Animations. What are you talking about? This is obviously Lego.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
What crawls in my garden?
What crawls in my garden? Yep.
But days go by like wind.
Look how Lego Star Wars this is right now. Die. Yeah, this is the newest Lego game with just really great graphics. And of course, complex moral choices and criticism of Ayn Randian philosophy.
You are so
This is
kind,
obviously
my little one. But are you really a friend to us? Regardless, the little one brings you a gift. It demonstrates our appreciation.
The little one. Inside a teddy bear at a gatherer's garden. Okay. Cute. Dead people! Yay! Yay, murder, death. This is all very important stuff for Lego games, by the way. These are all very important themes. Criticism of free market capitalism, or rather extreme ideology thereupon. And of course, Ayn Randian objectivism. What are you talking about? This is very... that's what, like, this new first-person shooter Lego game. This is very Lego-esque. Yeah, I'm just sort of doing my Lego stuff right now. Just smashing the Legos. They can go into things, do the things, and things the do's, and blip 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 blip. And I'm quite literally just babbling right now, but that's what you do when you play a Lego game. But you know, I think this is a good game anyway. Like, overall, I chose this game because I felt that, like, the themes of capitalism is very interesting to talk about with and look, symbolism. The guns are shooting the people. Murder. So anyway, I was talking about how much I thought that, like, Infinity War was a... I mean, it's not necessarily bad for any of the normal reasons you would expect a movie to be bad. Can you tell them to stop shooting? Well, they're all dead now, so I guess that's one way for them to, like, not do that, so I guess that's your answer. There you go. They're all dead now. And I want to be, so that's why I just recently shot the window, so hopefully I'll get my wish. Storms. Oh, I guess that counts some way. Eve upgrade, link, speedy hacker, security expert, nutrition, winter blast, target dummy, sonic boom, plasmid slot. Buy one of those. Place in slot. Plasmids, by
Light up
right.
foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
Fire spreads. Evolve today. Hypnotize Big Daddy.
Cry out for Big Daddy's help. Make him think you're a little sister. Watch as he fights to protect you.
Watch as he fights for you. Yeah. I think that's all I'm gonna buy for now. Who's attacking? Die. Yeah, I've never actually finished this game before. I think this is like the furthest I've ever gotten it, and I've been playing it on a...
Who can blame a lady who craves variety?
Well, that's creepy. Who can blame a lady who craves variety? Near security cameras. Ooh, hack. Oh, I used an auto. That was great. Well, that guy's not having a fun afternoon. Nice. Gotta say, the city is still having better times than Chicago is. It's Chicago, so it's inherently a bad city.
And one day the gentleman stopped calling.
Skull Island.
Atlas radio overhead says you're looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if your heads up to the Wharf Master's
Let's
office,
go.
and my old peach out research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. What's that? My friend, you are fucked.
Pete Williams. Whoever that is. Yeah, Lego Bioshock is a good game.
You'll find something to keep you alive.
Ooh.
And then snapshots of those
Grenade launcher. Yeah.
I'll let you into the fisheries. Just
Romance, jumping at ghosts. Fontaine's dead, and everybody knows it. In the ground for months, and half the place still jumping at his shadow. Right, even Ryan. You never mind all that. We got work to do.
Where are we going?
who's there?
Who's there? I am.
I can do this.
Find a research camera. He seems a decent enough sort. No doubt he'll wait until after you've done it there and stick a shiv in your mouth.
Nice.
A rapture reminder. We all
I'll never stop chasing you! Never! Steve!
Dead person. Death. Is entertaining. Wharf Master. Oh boy. So, having a fun evening. If not, then oh well, whatever. I did. So there.
I was building a tree, and so I followed the march. When there was
All these parasites want a piece of this place.
Well, I think we're gonna end it off here, and I'm gonna save this content and say goodbye.